Sawadika and good evening and welcome to Thai PBS World Tonight. I'm Nan Bunna.
I'm Frank Kanshi and Ned. Right now we already get the new Bank of Thailand governor.
Finally.
Vitai Ratanakorn and already selected by cabinet and approved by cabinet actually as the BOT governor. But actually this time BOT needs to solve and tackle a lot of economic issue there on the ground. And of course, Vitai Ratanakorn becomes the new governor, effective date in October this year. But I think right now, with his experience managing in government saving banks, Vitai emphasized the need for so many strategies to tackle Thailand's economic issues, including household debt, because household debt here over 90% in the economic system.
Yep.
And for economic growth here, we talked to so many chief economists, no matter academic expert there. Right now, we only see that prediction over 1.2% or 1.4% compared to other ASEAN countries. Thailand's economic growth actually is pretty low. So actually, Vitai here wants to push the GDP growth to 2.5% or over. He also wants to tackle the lower interest rate, to push it lower right now because interest rate is quite high for people on the ground. They have to pay more, they don't have cash flow. It means that, of course, in the market, we need a lot of cash flow right now to boost the economic system. Another one, of course, supplementary measures, no matter it's on a burden on borrowers, want to lower it down. And actually, because during his presidentship in government saving banks, Mr. Vitai implemented a social bank model combining commercial banks products such as mortgage and personal loans. And actually, there's one issue there, NPL, non-performing loans here. It means that people cannot pay back their debt, their mortgage there. So, of course, right now we see Q1, according to Bank of Thailand, the NPL already increases to 2.9%, which is not pretty high, but of course it's an alarming call for Mr. Vitai to really lower the risk in the economic system too. And also financial inclusion, he talks about financial inequality in the society too. So he wants to give more policies to really give the equality to people on the ground to not get too much pressure financially. But actually net, no matter it's the policy rate right now 1.75%, so many economists or people on the ground want to lower the policy rate to 1.5%. It means that, again, more cash flow, more cushion, more flexibility in the economic system. It means that people can pay more. They don't pay back for debt. They can have more cash in their pocket. But now, some people compare Vitai, because of approved by the cabinet, the per-Thai government, as in pro-per-Thai BOT governor, according to some analysts. This is where you can cut in. I think so, Ned.
Very daunting challenges for the new Bank of Thailand governor because apart from the political interference, which is quite obvious because it has been chosen by the government. So there are concerns whether the new governor will actually implement the policies to improve the economy. Like what you said, Frank, is that his initial aim is to increase the GDP to 2.5%. How is that possible considering that many of the banks and financial institutions have predicted that the GDP growth for Thailand this year will be around like just 1%? How is that possible to boost that to 2.5%, considering the underlying challenges, especially with the trade tariffs that are posing a challenge to the Thai government at the moment?
And other parts as well, like tourism and, of course, export declines there, and how to boost it to 2.5%. I think it's not a short-term goal, maybe in 3 to 5 years in his tenure as the new governor of Bank of Thailand, the central bank. But as what you said, this year we might also see recession in Q4 too. So how is that possible? And you talk about political interference too, because the incumbent governor, Setaput, during that, actually last year when Seta was still the prime minister last year, and already some tensions, we already see the high turning tensions between Prime Minister Seta Thavisin and government right now Setaput. And right now, of course, we see that cabinet already approved the choice of the next governor, new governor, Vitai there.
Well, it might be fair to say that the Thai government hasn't really learned from their past lesson, because remember when the government tried to propose Vitai Ratanakorn as the new central bank board chairman. He was later disqualified because he was directly related to Seta Thavisin as his advisor back when Seta was still the prime minister. So it looks like the cabinet has not really learned their lesson. And they did not really consider the backlash as to if you appoint someone that is on your side, then that means it is obvious that there will be political interference, and we have already seen between Setaput Suthiwan Naraput, the Bank of Thailand governor, the current one, and also the current government led by Seta back then and now led by Pattongtarn. You can see that they've always been arguing about the policies, especially with the cutting of interest rates. And recently, in light of the concerns of political interference in terms of choosing the new Bank of Thailand governor, a group of 17 economists have submitted an open letter to the government and the cabinet ministers to make sure that the selection will be transparent as well as free from political interference. And one of their key demands, they actually submitted like 5 key demands here. And one thing that we have to highlight is that the governor must not be subjected to pressure to manipulate the interest rates nor exchange rates, because if we look at previous cases, how the government wants to cut the interest rates, and then the governor said, no, you cannot do that because it will cause a lot of economic repercussions. But it seems like they could not agree with that. And therefore, they've been demanding that the new governor must be completely independent and not influenced by the ruling government.
Yeah, to your point there, of course, in previous cases, no matter in Thailand or other region of the world, of course, we see, for example, Argentina's, the central bank couldn't really hold that interest rate because pressured by the government then, and it means that at the end, the currency of Argentina depreciates a lot. So this is the lesson we have to learn from that case. But as what you said, to balance your point, Ned, I think, of course, this time, no matter Vitai will be pressured by the government, still in the Bank of Thailand, we have the Monetary Policy Committee, which governor cannot put their hands in. Of course, so many experts inside the committee to decide if to lower the rate or increase the rate right now. But lowering the rate might be right now the government, no matter it's Thai government or Puntam's government, they want to see that because a lot of, for example, household debt, again, 90%, people cannot use their cash too much because they cannot make ends meet. MPL still there. It means that, of course, pressured from the government might really impact Vitai's policy too, but right now we still have the gut rail there, MPC. So Ned, I think still we don't want to see political interference in Bank of Thailand's policy because it might cause chaos.
We will have to wait and see what will the future look like under the leadership of Vitai Ratanakorn, who will now become the new governor of the central bank. But then, speaking of political interference, remember yesterday we were talking about the survey about the economic impact and societal issues. Many of the respondents say that Thailand is going the wrong direction. So maybe the government and possibly the Bank of Thailand governor has to reconsider this and how they will put Thailand back on track so that the economic situation doesn't worsen.
I only remember one word, Ned, bad. Very bad economic situation.
The economy is
Yeah,
bad. And it's the truth because people are suffering. Businesses are suffering. And the government has not done much to revive the economy.
Yeah.
And now the hope is on either the finance ministry and the Bank of Thailand.
And how can they hold hands together? That's the key.
Exactly. And now let's move on to this drama. The alleged voting collusion during the Senate election last year is still under investigation, but the qualifications of one of the senators also came to public attention as well. You may have recalled the incident where a female senator, Dr. Gekamon Plisamai, was scrutinized over her qualifications, particularly her claim of holding a doctoral degree from California University, which is an institution, and that is not recognized by Thai authorities. And right now, she is facing criminal charges over her claims in her Senate election bid. And as for the latest developments, the Election Commission has been urged to forward the case involving this senator to the Supreme Court this week. And to give you a look back at what recently happened, back in April, the Election Commission resolved to ask the court to consider revoking Dr. Gekamon's voting rights over her claim to hold a doctoral degree from California University. And a lawyer, his name is Patrapong Supakson, who told reporters yesterday, he said that on July 18th, he received a document detailing the commission's ruling in his capacity as the complainant. And he alleges that Dr. Gekamon misused academic credentials in a way that could amount to deception in her Senate candidacy application. And the offense carries a prison sentence of up to 10 years, disqualification from voting for 20 years, and or a fine of up to 200,000 baht if convicted. And the complainants called on the Election Commission to submit Gekamon's case to the Supreme Court by this Friday, and their reason is that there are no grounds to delay the matter even further. Dr. Gekamon received the highest number of votes in the national round of Senate elections held on June 26 last year and was later appointed to the Senate because she got the most votes. And her educational background has come under public scrutiny following her claim that she holds a PhD in business administration from California University. And the commission's investigation concluded that there are grounds to believe that the senator misled the public about her academic qualifications and capabilities. And the Election Commission ruled that the professor title may only be used if the individual studied in person at an accredited institution, but California University, however, operates through a system of report submission and grade transfers, and of course, it is not recognized by Thai authorities. Simply, it is not a university because this institution is meant to assess the academic credentials from foreign universities and provide an equivalent degree in the US. So simply, we might be able to say that she did not graduate from California University, but she may have used her previous academic credentials and they use it to compare to find an equivalent degree in the US. So that was why she got this certificate saying California University.
So no matter how she got the certificate or graduated from California University, right now the Thai authorities do not recognize how she earned and what she earned from the university. But actually, Ned, I remember last year during the election, of course, we covered that election together too. And I understand that in Thai local media, we saw and sparked criticism and controversy about Dr. Gekamon because I really admire the coverage of Thai local media because I think one local media also went to California to found that institution. And actually, it's not a university.
It's not.
Yes, it's just one institution or one office in a building. And no matter what Dr. Gekamon said, but now we already see the truth. that Thai authorities do not recognize her degree, her certificate, or how we call it. But it's just so much criticism and drama in this.
It's a huge drama and a lot of online criticism, and the backlash went as far as criticizing her English.
Yes.
Because we might recall that there was a famous TV program that interviewed Dr. Gekamon on live TV, and the anchor was actually trying to interrogate her in English, and she wasn't able to explain or to answer questions. If we look on the flip side, it might be understandable that people can get very excited, people might not be able to think of what they would say, and especially if it's on live TV. People can get excited or very nervous. But then many of the news anchors and even netizens were quick to criticize that she was not fluent in English. So it was really harsh back then, but then the Election Commission has already decided that her qualifications are not really legitimate.
I remember that part too, because she went to that very famous TV program, live show, that the anchor asked her very, very, I think, easy questions. It's not that political questions or academic questions. It's just about, for example, like what do you feel today, and can you speak English? But I understand that nervous feeling might really tumble everything. But in a way that maybe some citizens, they just criticize and question back why she couldn't speak English well, in a way.
Despite that she graduated from the United States.
Yes, so that's the part then. So I think right now, still under investigation, we understand that the Thai authorities do not recognize this degree or certificate. But we still see this drama coming, and we haven't seen her getting disposed from the seat yet. It's still just the certificate unrecognized by Thai authorities now.
Exactly. And now let's move on to the story. And in the era of fake news and misinformation, we have to be even much more careful with what we see on our news feeds. But just imagine a photo that has been heavily edited on a government app to mislead the public. Wait, does it sound a little bit ironic? Because normally we would see doctored photos on social media or on the internet, but on a government app.
And that app, actually, I used to call Traffic Fondue. It's I think it's BMA Governor Chacha's initiative, because it is created by good intention, that people, actually it's a digital platform that normally before we just called BMA, so that, okay, someone park their car on the sideways, so we need a government to call that. But now we can use digital platform, but we see fabricated photo on that net.
Exactly, because it came from a photo that has been submitted by a citizen, and they complained on Traffic Fondue because there was a motorcycle that parked on the sideways, which is actually illegal. But then the Traffic Fondue app has actually came up with this doctored photo saying that everything has been sorted out. But the way they did it was that they actually edited the photo in a way that the motorcycle just went missing, and then everything is back to normal. But then many people have noticed that the photos look identical. It's just that the motorcycle that was digitally removed.
Yeah, because for example, I used that app before. I lived around, I am living in Jakarta area, and sometimes those sidewalks or pedestrian walk there, some motorcyclists or some motorists, they will park their cars or motorbikes aside. And sometimes, I think some people use Traffic Fondue too to report to BMA that, okay, some officials need to come here to tackle with it.
Exactly.
Sometimes I receive some photos when the case finalized. We will see officials or policemen or other governmental officials, they will come and take photo, but not at the exact same angle.
Right.
So this one is, so it's just pretty weird. So how
Yeah.
can you take photo in the exact angle without that motorbike?
Exactly. It's because if you have to compare and contrast
Yeah.
between the two photos. So the
Even
first
the light.
Yeah. So the first photo was
Yeah.
where the motorcycle was parked illegally, and the other photo is like the exact same shot, but with the motorcycle being digitally removed, but everything looked the same, whether it's the cars, the traffic lights, or the surrounding areas. And this deception actually came into light because a Facebook page called Footbath Thai Style raised doubts over the matter, and
Yeah.
then they actually compared the before and after images on their page. And so it's clearly shown that the motorcycle in the after photo has been airbrushed.
Yeah. So according to the BMA spokesperson, orders have been issued to all districts, and any violation will result in disciplinary action. And I
Yeah.
understand, of course, it might really get related to criminal code too,
Yeah.
in some ways. But of course, I don't understand why Traffic Phone do they want to close one of the cases in this way, that just do the a fabricated photo and just put it in and close the case.
Well, whatever reason it is, but the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration has already disciplined the official involved, who is actually the person that doctored that photo. And the BMA has already announced that all of the officials cannot do that anymore.
About disinformation or deepfakes, I think, Nat, you just faced some situation this week.
Last week,
Last
rather,
week.
because I just came across like a few videos where
Yeah.
they actually took some of the videos from Thai PBS World Tonight, and they actually created into deepfake videos where they actually try to scam other
Yeah.
people, try to lure people into these scamming operations. One of them being like trying to convince people to pay at least like a sums of money in order to get some returns up to 800,000 baht. And they and the scammers have been using videos of Thai PBS World Tonight to claim that these programs are actually legitimate. And recently, Thai PBS Verified has already published an article proving that these videos are deep fake videos. And we insist that we have never reported such stories, and we have never interviewed the people involved as well. It's not just me, you as well. We have been through a lot of deep fake videos where they claim that we have been reporting these stories. And this is simply a good reminder for everyone that whenever you scroll your feeds and if you see something that seems too good to be true, you always remember that it might be fake news or misinformation or even scams.
Yeah, and according to Thai Public Broadcasting Service or regulation, that we do not receive any sponsorship to promote any investment scheme there. And not just Nan, not just me, and other anchors in Thai PBS also face this situation too. So when you scroll your feed, get more information or get news information, please double check, triple check, or if you see any of us promoting any investment scheme, please private chat to us and verify with us, and we will give you the right information.
And most importantly, if you do see scam videos like these, report it.
Yeah, report it.
Because it is really important that these social media platforms must take action on these scam operations as well.
Right.
All right, and that's all for this edition of Thai PBS World Tonight. Join us every Monday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. on Thai PBS World's Facebook and YouTube Live. And don't forget to follow us on social media and our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest stories and analyses about Thailand. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ